Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Serious allegations of criminal and malicious behavior have been leveled against a Ripple employee, and these claims are bogus. If you are active on social media, specifically on Twitter, you may have noticed this conversation raging over the last couple days. And so I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't highlight this and also tear down the nonsense arguments that have been leveled. Because I don't know what the intent is here. Do these people actually believe what they're arguing? I don't know. I can't get in the hearts and minds of these individuals. But let's talk about it. I do want to be clear at the outset. I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. There is a meme coin on the XRP ledger, which of course has a built-in decentralized exchange. And a Ripple employee named Matt Hamilton has been running a bot on the XRP ledger for several years. Now, XR Doge, I think it's only been around since November of last year. I could be mistaken, but it's a newer project, right? And I don't know that there's any utility to it. I hadn't seen anything. I think it's just another meme coin for fun. As best I've seen to this point, because I was asking about utility with it online, like what to do, and then people are just talking about it being a fun meme coin. So I'm like, okay, well, if there's no real answer, then there's no real answer. So nothing against it. I'm just acknowledging here I don't know a lot about the coin, but I don't need to for the purpose of this video. That's not what the topic is about here. But anyway, there's a bot that was taking advantage of XR Doge, and the allegations by the XR Doge developers is that Matt Hamilton, Ripple employee Matt Hamilton's bot, has basically just decimated their project. And the allegations is that Matt Hamilton's bot engages in spoofing. And here's an explanation of spoofing on Investopedia. Spoofing is a form of market manipulation in which a trader places one or more highly visible orders but has no intention of keeping them. The orders are not considered bona fide. While the trader's spoof order is still active or soon after it is canceled, a second order is placed of the opposite type. So, for example, an investor places a large buy order only to cancel it and place a sell order. The buy order drives up the price of the cryptocurrency, while the sell order takes advantage of the higher price. The spoof buy order allowed the trader to execute the sell trade at a better price than if the spoof buy order had not been placed. And so it's been alleged by multiple members of the XR Doge community that spoofing is occurring, and then there's been an allegation that this is illegal, and so this is criminal, and they didn't even cite what jurisdiction they were referencing when these claims were made, but this is the type of stuff that I've been seeing on social media, and it's rather regrettable. So, and here's the price action of XR Doge since its inception. This is on livecoinwatch.com. You can see it's been doing nothing but going down into the gutter, where just fractions of a penny. And so there's this individual named Daniel. Daniel, he is the CTO at Eminence and FUD Limited. That's how he described himself here on Twitter. And he has a link to Casino Coin, so I'm not sure if he actually is with the Casino Coin project, which is also on the XRP ledger. I'm not sure. But Daniel did a very thorough analysis of the transactions that occurred with Matt Hamilton's Ripple employee Matt Hamilton's bot, because it's a public ledger, right? So we can see all of the transactions, and I'm not going to read this. Is very long. I read this this morning. It's very, very long. So what I'm going to do, for those of you that really want to get in the nuts and bolts of it, I'm going to share this the link to this in the this description section of this video. So if you want to check it out, you'll be able to. But I mean, he put together like freaking Excel spreadsheet data to come to the conclusion that he came to, which was that all these allegations against Matt Hamilton, it's just there's no evidence to support it. And so if there is evidence out there, if somebody wants to make it be known, super duper, and I'll cover that too. But to this point, these allegations are not founded. They're completely baseless, and it's just a shame. You're like ruining somebody's good name. So I thought I'd just use my platform to set the record straight here, because it's just unfair what's been happening, frankly. So there was a there is a YouTube video. I'm not going to highlight their channel and my channel. I just don't want to do that. Get them extra attention. But there is a 12-minute video by an XR Doge community member running a YouTube channel. 12-minute video, and basically it was just 12 minutes of linking accounts that were all Matt Hamilton's, because it's it's a public ledger. You can see where money's flowing, this and that. So it was just piecing stuff together. But there was never any sort, like, Matt Hamilton was never claiming that he wasn't. He's publicly stated he's done this forever. And so I watched the whole 12-minute video, and then I typed a comment in the comment section, because by the time the 12 minutes was up, I was like, this is just offensive that this is happening. And so I wrote the following. You should take this video down and issue a public apology to Matt Hamilton. You have incontrovertible proof of him spamming the XRP ledger and engaging in criminal and malicious behavior? Absolutely not. You should be a more curious individual before making such wild claims. All you had to do was ask him for an explanation before making this awful video. Here was Matt's response on Twitter to your bogus and baseless claims. And so now what I'm going to read is a short thread from Ripple employee Matt Hamilton and how he was explaining this. I've run a market maker on the XRP Ledger decentralized exchange since 2017. This is not a secret. I literally talk about it in every interview when asked how I got into XRP. It is not malicious, and it does not manipulate the price. It only places passive orders. The bot doesn't care whether the price is going up or going down. It is a market maker. It places both buys and sells. It literally can't grind the price down. And let me just pause and note, that's the allegation, is that this bot has been grinding the price down. Anyway, Matt continues. I'm fully supportive of projects and tokens on the XRP ledger. Market makers are a key part of any market. My bot places orders to both buy and sell an asset at a few percent above or below the mid price. Market makers help ensure the spread, i.e. the gap between the buy and sell price, is low and provide liquidity. This is a good thing. So basically they're saying that his market participation is bad. And there's no evidence for that whatsoever. And Daniel broke it down with actual data. So if you want the actual data, again, I'm linking this thing below. And so then Matt Hamilton responded to Daniel after reading that. He wrote, Daniel, thank you for such a detailed dive. And thank you to your helper too. I certainly look forward to buying you both a beer someday. And Daniel, all that's happened is he's just gotten attacked. He noted, there's some tweets here. I don't know if it's worth reading all this stuff, but here, I'll read this one. Just got banned from the XR Doge Telegram after asking for ledger data that challenges my analysis while having a normal conversation. Literally made 2 statements. Why not presenting any proof about me being wrong rather than attacking me as a person? And so that's what we've seen. Then he wrote, I didn't say anything wrong or bad and was looking forward to a convo. That's probably how you are reacting when backed into a corner. And so that is actually what we've seen so far. Quite regrettable. And so I did jump in on social media. I wanted to share with you some of these thoughts. So there's an initial tweet here at the top of your screen, which has since been deleted by XR Doge. It was just making the allegations that I've already shared with you in this video. I don't know why XR Doge deleted it, but that's the official Twitter account for the project XR Doge here. And so Matt Hamilton responded to that and wrote the following. I've run a market maker on the XRP Ledger decentralized exchange since 2017. This is not a secret. I literally talk about it in every interview when asked how I got into XRP. And so that's part of what I already shared with you. And then he notes that the bot doesn't care whether the price is going up or down. So everything that I just shared with you already. Then XR Doge responded to that and wrote, if you support projects on the ledger, support us by getting rid of your bot on our project. So pause. The team at XR Doge doesn't have evidence that there's any malicious activity, or at least they sure as hell haven't. They made the claims. They haven't provided any of the evidence that for such a wild claim. I mean, this is like defamation type stuff. Like, it's pretty bad. They're claiming that Matt Hamilton is engaging in criminal activity. That's a huge claim, and there's no evidence here whatsoever. And so XR Doge, if you support projects on the ledger, support us by getting rid of your bot on our project. And so I responded with the following, and to be clear, not that I bought into the idea that the price was being decimated thanks to the bot, but still I wrote the following. If your project is so fragile that it can't handle a bot that's operated in the open market by an honest market participant, then maybe your project has bigger problems. Maybe time to go back to the drawing board. Imagine if there actually were a malicious attack. And then somebody else from the community, another XR Doge account here, responded to me and wrote, "Respectfully, have you watched the video? Do you advocate Ripple and the XRP ledger manipulating the XRP ledger market? You're on the wrong side of this. What has been happening is insidious and highly destructive, and it's not just us." So pause again. More claims, highly destructive, it's insidious. There just isn't any evidence for it. And so I responded with the following. Because again, he asked, did you see the video? And yes, I clearly did. The 12-minute video I did. So I responded with the following. I wrote, "The one that claims Matt Hamilton is an actual criminal? Yeah, saw it. And the claim is offensive. He's been running a bot for several years, publicly. If you don't like that, then you should have used different technology to build out your project in the first place. Even if you're correct and his bot is moving prices, welcome to crypto. Most markets are illiquid and subject to this. It's a known factor. Quit being upset about it and build out your project regardless of price action if you really believe in what you're building. Imagine if Ripple were whining about price volatility for the last decade instead of just building amazing technology. Build something that solves a real problem for real people, and open markets will figure it out. Price follows value ultimately." And then XR Doge responded to me and wrote, "I understand people are worried about the FUD aspect for XRP, but I would like you to consider that the long-term future of XRP may not be best served by people willing to destroy projects on the ledger using covert means." And Ripple employee Matt Hamilton jumped into the conversation at that point and wrote, "Yeah, destroying projects is not good. Most people should support them." XR Doge responded and wrote, "We are telling you this is not good for our community, and we want you to stop it. Why do you refuse to stop it and keep saying it's beneficial for us? No one asked for your help." And Matt Hamilton wrote the following, "I'm not refusing to stop. I'm trying to get you to understand that your ailments are not due to my bot. My bot does not affect the price of your project. Far from it. Stop spreading malicious bots." Now, wouldn't that be amazing? Like, if one bot actually could do that, destroy the project, make the price go about to zero, that would really be something. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Matt Hamilton cited somewhere else, I don't have it pulled up, but I think that like the profit is, it was like, it was just minuscule. I can't remember. It says like 0.02% of whatever metric was being looked at. It was basically nothing. And the amount of money effectively that he has in the ecosystem is tiny. And I think he said he's trading like 8 different pairs on the XRP ledger. So it's the whole idea of this is pretty absurd. But XR Doge is resisting that and wrote, in response to Matt Hamilton's tweet, he wrote, "Stop the bot. We've been asking for hours and you still haven't. We don't need your help." Matt Hamilton responds, "Will there be a public apology forthcoming for the defamation?" Yeah, that's a good question. I would like to know that. XR Doge then wrote, "We are not involved in any defamation. We have simply laid out the evidence and we are asking you to stop your bots." And so at that point, when that was written, that was before Daniel went to the trouble of doing very tedious work and going through the actual transactions and creating Excel spreadsheets to find out that this is completely bogus. So they're just claiming, so the XR Doge community just claiming stuff. Completely ridiculous. They've also made claims that Matt Hamilton, since he's a Ripple employee, shouldn't be participating in the ecosystem and that it's somehow unethical, which just makes no damn sense. You want less participants? I don't get the argument. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, Matt Hamilton then responded, "I've been accused of grinding the price into the ground and criminal activity." XR Doge responds, "If you are claiming that these market-making bots are beneficial, then why don't you inform projects that you are going to start actively making their markets? Why keep it hidden from them?" To which Matt Hamilton responds, "What is hidden? It is a public ledger. Anyone can see the transactions. Should everyone who wants to buy XR Doge have to contact you for permission first? I think you seem to be missing the point of crypto here." Indeed, so these are decentralized systems. And if they have a problem with that, maybe they should use completely different technology, because this is pretty ridiculous, frankly. You know? And so, and David Schwartz, he looked into this too. This is Ripple CTO David Schwartz, who of course is one of the 3 creators of XRP and the XRP ledger. And so he was asked about this. I think the part here, here we go. This is from somebody named Victor. We responded to David Schwartz and wrote, Matt Hamilton, a Ripple employee, destroys projects on your own ledger. Thoughts about that, David Schwartz? Question mark. David Schwartz wrote, I didn't see anything that didn't look like normal liquidity creation. Do you have a transaction ID for a transaction you think is malicious? Then somebody else jumped in and wrote, David, I hope you can help to look at it deeper. The data won't lie. We support XRP very early in Korea. It is sad to see bad actors in the ecosystem. It impacted the project and also the brand of XRP and making people think that crypto is a joke. Please look into it. And then David responded to that and wrote, give me the ID of a suspicious transaction. I looked quickly and didn't see anything out of the ordinary. And somebody named Jamie jumped in and wrote, Sir, I think you're slightly missing the point. There's no one transaction which can be pointed at. It's the constant barrage of sell orders undercutting every limit order on the ledger, slowly bringing the price down over long periods of time. And note that his bot buys and sells. So he's just claiming that it's grinding the price down, but his bot actually buys and sells. David Schwartz responded to that and wrote, what do you mean by undercutting exactly? Do you mean it's placing offers at a lower price? That sounds like normal fighting for the tip of the order book. My old Bitcoin/XRP bot does the same thing. The bot's lower sell offer tightens the spread, the opposite of malicious. And so there you go. Matt Hamilton was saying the same thing. Tightens the spread. David Schwartz is saying, yeah, it tightens the spread. And this XR Doge community is insisting that it's grinding the price down. Makes no damn sense. They don't have, and again, they don't have evidence either, but they're making some really wild claims out there. I just don't like seeing it. So it is what it is, but I just thought I'd share. And if there's additional information in the future, I'll be happy to make another video updating this. But wow, just really disappointed to see this from the people running XR Doge. Very, very disappointing. You know, that is what it is. I guess I'll just wrap up there. That's the bulk of it. Man, it's just hard to believe that there are actually people out there that will behave like this. Like, just, if you're going to make wild claims, and these are big claims, provide the evidence. And I'm also bothered by the fact that they didn't even try talking to him first. They just made the claims first. It's just completely ridiculous. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.